This is First and 15 on Wayne 15 Plus.
Welcome in to another episode of First and 15.
Woo!
The train keeps on rolling. Ethan's hype. I'm hype.
What episode is it?
We are on 28. Wow. Episode 28.
That's
First and
crazy.
15.
What are we doing for the 50th? That's what I need to know.
That's a lot. That'll be like August. That's a long ways away, man.
I don't know how to do math.
I mean, it'll be about 22 episodes. So
Unless
if you think we're
City
doing
Council.
we're doing 4 episodes a month.
Yeah.
So I guess more August. That'll be like draft season. So
I think we got to get outside for that show. Throw the old pigskin around.
how are we gonna bring all this out?
Little Wayne 15 combine.
How would we do that?
We just get the 3 reporter cams out there, mic it up, roll at the same time, splice it together. Easy. Easy.
Well,
Dude, it wouldn't be that hard.
We'll put you behind this desk.
yeah,
again,
I mean,
so.
I just finished my biggest project ever at Wayne 15, so
Your biggest ever.
lengthwise, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the package for Black History Month came out to over 8 minutes.
Well, I knew that, yeah, because we watched it. It was fantastic. Everybody tune in to Wayne 15.
Saturday at 7, I think.
You'll also be able to find it on Wayne 15 Plus.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, we're going to put it in Envato. So anything we put in Envato.
You're right. It shows up eventually.
Not to get too behind the scenes of what we do here
It's too
on
late. It's
Wayne
been done.
15. But yeah, so.
What else do you think I'd done that was 8 minutes long?
I don't know. I
I
guess
think
it just seems like you've done grander things.
the longest thing I've done, I think, is 3 minutes.
What?
Yeah. I don't.
How long was the van work?
Yeah, 3 minutes about.
Okay.
Little shy actually.
Wow. Well, this guy's breaking records here. It's special stuff. Well, yeah. I think this might be a football podcast. I could be wrong,
Really?
or
Oh,
show,
you're right.
Show,
you're right,
whatever
you're
you want
right.
to call it.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for tuning in. Just kind of, I guess, anybody who didn't watch last week's show, just a quick thing. Usual host, Mike Zanetti. Just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's recovering from a bad ski accident that he had a couple weeks back. So we're rolling in the meantime, and we're thinking of him. We're thinking of you, man. So,
Praying for you, boss.
Yeah.
Love you.
And keeping the train rolling. So I figured we could start off with some news and notes. There was a decent amount of stuff that actually happened post-Super Bowl. Kind of the first thing, it starts today. I really haven't seen any moves yet, but today is the official day of the franchise tag opening up. And so last year we only saw 2 teams use the franchise tag. T. Higgins for the Bengals and then Trey Smith, the guard for the Chiefs. So my guess is we probably won't be the Cowboys have already basically said they're going to use it for George Pickens. Like I said, the move isn't 100% official yet, but all but certain.
The other chatter I've seen is ESPN 7 hours ago article that says Seahawks will not likely be using the franchise tag on Kenneth Walker. There's a little talk about that coming out of the Super Bowl with the MVP, but ESPN, CBS Sports, both reporting that same exact headline.
Perfect. So it makes sense. I mean, obviously George Pickens was coming off a phenomenal season. 1-year contract. Obviously, it's a lot of money when you do franchise tag somebody. But for only 1 year, you're not really investing long-term in them. And so it seems like the right move to do. A couple articles I saw were talking about some other potential candidates. Daniel Jones with the Colts as he's recovering from his Achilles and all that stuff. And then Breece Hall. I thought that one was kind of surprising. I just don't see a benefit. I mean, he's obviously their best running back, or would be their best running back, but I just don't really see a benefit to the Jets franchising him.
I mean, I honestly ignored all the defensive players because I don't care for fantasy. I saw Kyle Pitts' name thrown around for the old franchise tag. I mean, he finally had his up year. We've been waiting for it. So
I mean, did he, though? He had one insane game.
For the tight end position, I'll say, yeah, he had his up year.
Yeah.
I mean, he was no Tucker Kraft. But I saw that going around. I have this Yahoo Sports article open. Those are the only ones that I actually really noticed. Obviously, George Pickens, but they mentioned Breece Hall and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, some linebackers, Daniel Jones, Kenneth Walker, a little chatter. But those are the only names. Yeah. I mean, Pickens is the most fantasy relevant guy that we're going to be that we're going to talk about with potential franchise tag. I mean, Kenneth Walker's future is a little bit uncertain. I'd be surprised if they don't bring back the Super Bowl MVP.
Well, I thought there was actually a report
that they re-signed him?
No, that I don't think they're planning on. Now, it doesn't mean they wouldn't re-sign him, but I don't think they're planning on using the tag on
That's
him.
what I just said.
Okay,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, Charbonnet was pretty good himself.
But the injury.
Yeah.
Does he even be ready? I don't think he's going to be ready by week 1.
It was ACL. It wasn't Achilles. I
still-
know it was late in the season. I
still
can't
don't think
remember
you're
if
ready
it
by
was
week 1.
off the top of my head. I can't remember if it was divisional round or championship game.
I think it was in the divisional. I don't think he was
yeah,
ready for the championship. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think they bring it back, to be honest. I mean,
Do the Seahawks make the playoffs next year?
yes.
They
They may not win the division.
I might put some money on them not making.
They may not win the division. Now, can you tell the audience your thoughts on the Seahawks and if that's influencing that take
I
at
can't
all?
stand the Seahawks.
Is that influencing that take at all?
A little bit, but you gotta think the Niners are not going to have the injury-riddled season that they had.
Yeah, they've been saying that for like the last 4
Yeah,
years.
but this year was particularly bad, and you know it.
No, it was the same as it's been the last few years.
This year was tough.
It was tough. I'm just saying it literally happens every
Rams
year.
aren't going anywhere. I'm just saying
No, that's why I said I could see them not winning the division easily.
I don't think it's crazy to say the Seahawks could miss the playoffs.
I do.
There's divisions really stacked, and then you're banking on the NFC not being great. I mean, if they were a wild card team this year, and everything else plays out how it was, or next year, sorry, and everything else plays out how it is. I mean, you got 3 teams in the NFC North that could be playoff bound every year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to me, I don't think anybody else is coming out of the South besides the divisional winner.
I'm just saying, Lions get a 3rd place schedule this year.
Well, no, I definitely think. Obviously, there's 3 wild card spots, so I think obviously one team in the North is going to get it. I would say the wild card's the NFC East because
how good are the Cowboys?
Because Washington did deal with a bunch of injuries last year, and so if they kind of get back on track.
Well, we saw the Cowboys' offense. You get another year with Quinnen. Does that defense start clicking a little bit?
Maybe. Funny enough, I guess we really don't have. Maybe that's something we can talk about next week is like potential cuts. But a lot of people actually think they're going to cut Kenny Clark. He has a huge cap. So this year he had like basically nothing on the cap hit. This year he has an insane amount.
Buy him out and bring him home.
So a lot of people think they're going to cut Kenny Clark. Now, granted, like you said, they have Quentin Williams. I'm going to butcher his name, but they have another good defensive tackle. It's like OC or Ossie. Yeah. So they have pieces along that defensive front. But
speaking of,
I would just say that I don't think if I had to bet money on it now, I would not say that the Cowboys or Washington will be a wild card team. So I think it'll look pretty similar to this year, where I think maybe one of the North teams is going to get booted out of a spot just because that division's tough. And I think you see either the Seahawks or the Rams, whoever doesn't win the division, and the Niners. So,
speaking of cuts,
we got some cuts.
Cheetah.
We got some cuts.
A cheetah got cut over the. PETA's not too happy. I heard a cheetah got cut over the weekend.
No, Miami is. Miami's cutting some ties with a bunch of people. And the 2 big ones is Tyreek Hill was released by the Dolphins Monday, and then Bradley Chubb, a long-time defensive end / outside linebacker.
Can you name a wide receiver on that team that's not Jalen Waddle?
No. Well, because they cut somebody else. I think his name's like Westbrook. I'm blanking on the name. But yeah, so they basically cleaning house, which makes sense. They got new coaches coming in. You see that a lot, obviously.
That team's going to be historically bad. Is my prediction.
You think?
I think they're going to trade. I don't see them holding on to Waddle. Right? You're going to trade Jalen Waddle. That's your most valuable trade piece in your rebuilding team. So if you ran out the guys, let's say Waddle goes in the offseason, right? If we ran out the guys right now, can I read you the offense?
Let's hear it.
Starting at quarterback for your Miami Dolphins, Quinn Ewers. At running back,
That sounded good 2 years ago.
You've got Devon
Texas.
Achane and Jalen Wright. A wide receiver.
Well, Achane's a stud.
I know.
Yeah.
That's one guy.
Yeah.
At wide receiver, you've got Malik Washington, D. Eskridge, and Cedric Wilson Jr. At tight end, Darren Waller, speaking of one good game from a tight end this year, and Greg Dulcich. You know who I think the best player in this offense is? My favorite player? I mean, I know who the best is A-Chan. Alex Ingold. They're out-rostering a fullback. Respect. That just reads like one of the worst offenses I've ever heard.
It's not good.
It's terrible.
It's not good.
I think let's say, here's my question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about the cheetah cut, right? I mean, I think when you take a good player out of an offense, the whole offense suffers, right? I look at an offense like an ecosystem almost, and when you take out one piece of that, the whole thing can suffer a little bit, even if it's low down in the food chain or high up. Let's say that Jalen Waddle gets traded, right? They're piece on the team that has the most retained value. You know, there's a ton of teams that are looking to buy quality wide receivers. How much does that hurt Devon Achan's value? Where are you drafting a guy, top X running back, Devon Achan, if his offense is Quinn Ewers, Malik Washington, Cedric Wilson, and D. Eskridge?
I mean, I think it maybe drops a tiny bit, but I mean, was it really that much better this year? Because either you think Tua's a bum or you think he's a noticeable upgrade over Quinn Ewers.
I think he's a noticeable upgrade over Quinn Ewers.
Okay. Well, but the thing is, though, is Tua is still under contract. So you don't think Tua is going to start?
I will just say right now, ESPN has him listed as their third stringer on the depth chart.
I guess he probably officially finishes it because they did bench him at the end of the year. Yep. I would just be shocked if just to start out. I mean, especially a new coach because you know Quinn Ewers isn't the future. So
but is it Zach Wilson? Their second stringer.
No. And so I think that a new coach would at least want some stability to start. And considering how much you're paying him, I just don't see how you don't run out Tua. Now, it is possible they cut him. I mean, we've seen over time in recent years, teams are more and more willing to eat that cap space. And when we just talked about, or I guess we were talking about before the show started, the Dolphins are eating $28 million in cap, in dead cap from this cut.
You know how bad, you know how terrible situations got to be like, man, I'll pay you $28 million to not play for you. Yeah. When's the last time you saw Moneyball?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You know, Brad Pitt's talking to old man Justice at the batting cage. And Justice is like, hey, you're paying me $6 million, so yeah, I do think I'm special. Brad Pitt, Bill Bean goes, nah, man, Yankees are paying most of your salary. That's what they think of you. They're paying $6 million so you can play against them. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah. That's tough.
Well, like I said, I think we're seeing teams more and more willing to do that. I mean, most notably Russell Wilson's. The Broncos have paid $85 million in total dead cap charges.
It's faster.
In that cut.
I mean, it hurts that year, right? But in the long run, it's faster. If you think that you have other pieces and you're like, man, or we just want to get in young guys, it's faster. I mean, I think the thing in most professional sports right now, I think this is especially true in basketball, is that there are, at most positions, offensive line is the exception, maybe cornerback, there are too many talented players, and there are guys that will probably be bench guys that could be Pro Bowl quality guys. I just think that's a fact that if everyone was given an infinite number of situations, there's probably 5, 10, 15 Pro Bowl guys that might end their careers on practice squads. You know, I think the NBA's a better example. You know, they're talking about expansion right now. Like a guy like Ousmane Deng got off OKC's end of the bench, wasn't cracking any minutes. First game against him drops like 15 and 10. It's like, oh yeah, there's guys. So I think teams that are going rebuild mode are more likely to say, can we just cut him, take the L on the money, and get a guy some reps that might be something someday? Because obviously, Cheetah's not the future for the Dolphins on their timeline.
Yeah. And I think for me too, I guess kind of going back to the original question about Achan.
Yeah.
I think Tua will be the starter week 1. It may not even last the full season. But just considering the money. So for that, I'm trying to find.
You don't think they're going to roll out? I think North Dakota State legend Cam Miller, their fourth stringer.
A legend, huh?
I don't know one thing about Cam Miller. I think he played North Dakota State.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Let's see. I feel like he would be probably going like late first,
Put him
early
80
second.
piece.
That's where I'd still take him.
HN late first?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe I'm a hater. I think historically I probably care too much about the team than the player. I mean, the Saints last year, good example for me. But, man, I don't want any Dolphins on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
I hate the locker room. I hate the vibe.
But that's the thing. They finally cleaned house. Now, I know Miami. Actually, I guess I've never been to Miami, but you hear the stories. Miami's a place.
That's a place. That's a place.
And so, I don't know. I think. So I guess to put in perspective, I found like just some projections, not necessarily a mock draft, but it's projections by position. It's from CBS Sports. Would you rather have Achane or Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. Would you rather have Achane or James Cook?
James Cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you rather have?
I think it's a prove it year for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So I think their offense is going to go nuts.
Okay. Would you rather have Achane or Ashton Genty? That's the question du jour right there.
Can I tell you what my heart says?
Let's hear it.
Give me Genty!
Oh.
I want the Raiders off. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Mendoza.
I'm listening.
Genty. Bowers. Absolutely no offensive line. I love it. I think that team's going to be a blast to watch. Here, I want Genty, if for no other reason than it's going to give me a reason to watch more Raiders games. You know, I'll have the full Sunday slate on. It'll be noon. I'll be making irresponsible caloric decisions.
Wow.
And I'll say, give me the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
Put on the Raiders.
Yeah, I think looking at these projections, that's probably like the three, I think, best comps, because I would rather have McCaffrey, Bijan, Gibbs for sure over Achane. To me, especially like PPR, it's close between Achane and JT.
Yep.
I would probably lean Achane, honestly.
This guy just hates all Wisconsin Badgers.
And then would definitely take Achane over Genty and Cook, who I like both. And then beyond that, you get like Chase Brown, Scattaboo, Bucky Irving, Derrick Henry. Definitely want Achane over those guys.
I might take a full. If you could tell me that Scattaboo was gonna have a fully healthy season, I might take Scattaboo over him. I don't think he's gonna have a fully healthy season. Have you seen? I mean, we've seen how hard that brother runs.
Yeah. I don't know. The Giants are intriguing. Giants are very intriguing.
Here's my hot take.
Mm-hmm.
If you could guarantee me a fully healthy Scattaboo season, I think I'd take him over Jonathan Taylor.
Wow. You might need to make an addendum to your crazy bets up
The
there.
problem is, that's
a little nuts.
It's a Mike's foul.
Yeah.
The problem is that's a fantasy world. Like the reality of the universe doesn't have to accept my premise. Right? He could get into a car crash tomorrow and not play down a football this season. So
that's true.
We can't guarantee my premise. But if we could, I would take the fully healthy season over JT. And you know that means something to me.
It does. Okay, before we move on to the next news, Hill's obviously kind of in a weird predicament coming off a brutal injury. Dislocated knee, torn ligaments, all that stuff. Will be 32 in 2020 during the 2026 season, and obviously just known as I wouldn't say a terrible route runner, but definitely just known as a speedster guy. Where would you want to see him go for fantasy purposes?
I mean,
a lot of people are saying Chiefs reunion.
That feels like the most sensical thing.
I would just be shocked because their cap situation right now is awful.
I mean, Tyreek's going to have to take a deal wherever he goes.
Yeah.
No one's paying him big money. Yeah. The other place my head is telling me is Baltimore. Kind of fill that Hollywood Brown deep threat role. I think Baltimore can make a lot of sense. I mean, in that same vein, Buffalo, why not? I saw USA Today had an article where they put out the Saints. I think that's a terrible fit. I just don't think Tyreek. He's looking in the mirror and he's saying, I would love to compete for another. You know, I don't think the Super Bowl ring does as much for his wide receivers legacy as it does a quarterback, but I think he's that kind of guy. He wants to compete for another. So those are the two teams that jump out to me. Shoot, I mean, if I am the Packers, I'd ponder it for a moment, get a deep threat opposite Watson, and then you probably move on from one of your young guys to get another piece on defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Seahawks maybe consider it, put someone opposite JSN. I mean, I think there's a lot of contending teams. I think Baltimore is the top of those teams for me. I guess my super sleeper team to get them is with how terrible their offense looked this year and how terrible the wide receivers were this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Philly wouldn't take a swing. If I'm Philly and I've got two guys that didn't produce and one of them's got a personality problem and isn't coming back this year and I'm looking to replace him.
It might not be. May or may not. He's under contract. We'll get into that later in the show.
I think I could see Philly saying, hey, we've got other needs on our team, but we think we're close.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe A.J. Brown comes back. Can we trade A.J. Brown at the deadline or sometime in the season? Bring Tyreek in to kind of Band-Aid patch that and fill a need somewhere else, whether that be defense or elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it'd be interesting. I'm just curious as to wherever he signs, I just have no idea where you would put him in drafts. Like, I'm looking at, a big board from PFF. Would you take him over, and this is a guy I don't even like, would you take him over DK Metcalf?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Would you take him over?
I'm not taking him over Matthew Golden.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
I'm not. Hey, what's my prediction say?
What?
Matthew Golden, top 15 wide receiver.
Would you take him over? I'm looking at the board right now. PFF has some rookies in there, so it's kind of hard to gauge that. Would you take him over Michael Pittman Jr.?
No.
That's
I wouldn't.
how the mighty have fallen.
I wouldn't.
What about Luther Burden III?
No.
Okay. Wow.
Depends what happens with DJ Moore.
To put it in perspective, PFF has, this is just a big board, all positions, has Luther Burden 83rd overall.
Yeah.
So that would be roughly end of the 7th round in a 12-man league.
Here's what I'll say. The first guy I think I'm probably taking him over is he's in the Josh Downs, Troy Franklin, Jaden Reed conversation.
Wow.
He's like a Jerry Jeudy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would definitely be. Oh, actually, okay. So this is pre-cut, but PFF does have Tyreek Hill on this list. They have him 140th. Funny enough, 141, Josh Downs.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Like,
So yeah, going just ahead of Josh Downs, Elijah Surratt, who's a rookie coming out, so he doesn't have a team.
This might appeal to you.
Just behind Xavier Worthy.
If I am in the 8th round of the draft, I'm in the 9th round of the draft. We're scooping up. And there's 2 names on my screen. And one is Tyreek Hill, and the other one is Mr. Tesla for your Detroit Lions. I'm taking Tesla.
So yeah, it's just a little crazy to me.
Got great hands, red zone potential.
He's also the 4th receiving option on the team.
But he's young, and I like that potential over a guy who I kind of know what he is, and his best attribute is speed, and he's coming off a bad injury that normally impacts athleticism.
Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting. I thought it was interesting this year when he was going the 4th, 5th round. At least if he's going this late, I don't mind the upside. But
and here's my caveat. I might take him over guys that I think are better because I would love to trade him.
Yeah. That's a good week 1, week 2. Yeah.
Realistically, that's a guy that I take late in the draft, and I say, all right, the moment you have a 2-touchdown game, you're getting off my team.
Perfect. And real quick before we move to the next one, not so much for fantasy purposes, but Dolphins did release Bradley Chubb too. Had 8.5 sacks last year. Now he had a torn ACL in 2024. Has missed a lot of games in the past, but good pass rusher. He's definitely going to find a spot. somewhere. I mean, you can never have too many pass rushers, in my opinion. So, kind of our last news and notes for the day. Getting into Travis Hunter. Reports from NFL Network saying that Travis Hunter is probably going to be moved more to a full-time cornerback role, and a part-time wide receiver role, which obviously pretty much all but kills his fantasy value. Which honestly, I think from an NFL perspective, a real-life football perspective, I think it makes complete sense for the Jaguars. I think it's harder to find a good corner than it is to find a good wide receiver, and their wide receiver room is just looking good, even with the down year Brian Thomas had. The upside and the talent's there. They traded for Jacoby Myers halfway through the season.
And he was great
good.
with them. Oh, my gosh.
And then Parker Washington actually led him in receptions and receiving yards, so he seems like a solid number 3 option. It makes sense, but obviously with just as much upside as you see from a talent perspective with Travis Hunter, it kind of stinks that won't see it from a fantasy perspective anymore.
I might start him like last week of the year just for fun.
Yeah,
if the Jags
play in a defense league.
Yeah, if the Jags have a big game, be like, I might get a touchdown this week. Mm-hmm. But no, you're right. Don't draft him. It's done.
Yeah. And I guess who knows what that split will look like. So in 2025, he only played 7 games, but had 324 offensive snaps versus 162 defensive snaps. So I mean, I think based on the way it was reported, at minimum, you see those numbers flip, if not even more so toward, like I said, the defensive side.
Yeah.
But no more, no modern Chuck Bednarik. I don't think it's happening. But and yeah, that's really all we have for news and notes today. I think just the last couple things, or just last big thing we wanted to get into is saw an interesting article from ESPN talking about potential trade scenarios. We're about 2 weeks away.
Not just by ESPN, by the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're about 2 weeks away from
Mr. Barnwell
free agency starting. I think we have the NFL Combine next week, so things are coming into order. And then obviously we have the NFL Draft in I guess like early April. I forget the exact date. So yeah, these are some potential trade scenarios, and I think the most interesting one. Well, we'll get into it. We'll go in order.
We're skipping the ones that deal primarily with defensive players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the first one they propose is that the Jets, after dealing with Justin Fields and all the other just nonsense that came with it, get their QB1. First proposed trade, Jets trade for Kyler Murray. Finally off the Arizona Cardinals. Gets to play some East Coast COD games. Maybe the servers are a little better there than the desert. And the Jets would also get a 2026 6th-round pick, while the Cardinals would get a 2026 4th-round pick. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know why the Jets do this. They're obviously not going to win their division for the foreseeable future with how good the Pats look. I would rather have the 4th-round draft pick than the 2-year rental of Kyler Murray.
Would you really?
Yeah.
To me, a 4th-rounder is nothing.
I would much rather have the 4th-rounder.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just higher on Kyler Murray than most. I just think, I mean, it's just so hard to find good quarterback talent. And he's talented.
I don't know, man. Steve Largent was a 4th-rounder.
Well, not everybody's Steve Largent. So
Andre Reed was a 4th-rounder.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was a 2018.
Everyone's favorite Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Jerry Kramer. 4th-rounder.
Okay. It always does just kill me how high he was drafted in baseball. He's drafted 9th overall by the Athletics. Kyler Murray was.
Oh, Kyler Murray, yeah.
I'm trying to find who. Oh, that was the Casey Mize draft. Tigers took Casey Mize, 1st overall. Yeah, there wasn't really too many people. Grayson Rodriguez of the Orioles. Oh, Seahawks. Mariners took Logan Gilbert.
Okay.
With the 14th overall pick in the draft. So that's gotta hurt the A's.
That does hurt.
Bit. That's gotta hurt.
If the trade does happen,
you know the talent's there.
If the trade does happen, where are you drafting him? QB what?
Honestly,
top 15.
I think where I would rank him would be a lot different than where he would be drafted. And for me, that's good. I think I would rank him higher than where he would be drafted. I think he'd be a phenomenal.
Him or Aaron Rodgers?
Kyler.
Okay.
Kyler, yeah.
Kyler or Jordan Love?
think I'm probably going with Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray or Caleb Williams?
I'd take Caleb.
So you've got him as like a bona fide top 10 guy.
Yeah, I'd say fringe top 12.
Him with your top 10.
A lot of quarterbacks. I mean, Josh Allen,
It
Lamar,
doesn't have to be in order.
Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Joe
Stafford.
Burrow, Stafford,
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. I would say, I feel like there's a big one I'm missing. Justin Herbert.
Trevor Lawrence.
Maybe like fringe top 12.
Are you taking Kyler over Trevor?
No, I don't think I would.
Okay. So you've got Trevor Lawrence beating Jordan Love this year.
Yeah.
You're such a hater.
Trevor Lawrence has 2 top 5 MVP finishes.
You're such a hater, dude. That's so crazy.
I mean, what is Kyler or what has Jordan Love done to prove that he's got it like that?
Did you watch playoffs?
Or top 7 MVP finishes for Trevor Lawrence, my bad. I mean, let's see the stats. I don't know if I'm going to be that impressed.
For the playoffs?
No, I was talking about regular season. I mean, he played 15 games, only threw for 3,300 yards in 2025. That's like some. It's like some 2002 numbers.
Hold on. Wait, let me grab the Jordan Love. You said 2 top 7s
For Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
I wonder if Jordan Love finished top 7 this year.
Pro Football Reference shows no award rankings for him of any kind.
Dang.
So,
Listen, I think that's crazy.
hate saying guy like that.
I
It's
think
okay.
I think that's crazy.
It's all right.
That's wild.
Well, yeah. So
Okay.
that's the first proposal.
All right.
I like it. I think there's a little risk there here with the 4th round pick, but we'll
Move on
see.
to number 2.
Number
Raiders
2.
Bears. Raiders get DJ Moore and a 2026 first. The Bears get Max Crosby and a 5th. We're just going to talk about the Raiders side of this. DJ Moore.
Well, no, I kind of want to talk about both because I think this trade's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but for fantasy,
The Raiders would never give up just 1 first round pick. The Raiders would never trade Max Crosby for just 1 first round
they
pick.
get DJ Moore.
Yeah, and he had by far his worst season last year.
All right, so what? You get a 1st and a 3rd? Make this trade happen?
I mean, the only thing that makes it a little iffy is that Max Crosby is turning, I believe, 30.
Mm-hmm. And he just signed a long deal.
No, okay, excuse me. He's turning 29. He'll be 29 during this season. But we just saw what Myles Garrett's a year older than him, and we saw what he just did.
Yeah, but Myles Garrett's a different player.
Not by that. I mean, this is Max Crosby.
I know.
And so I think, and obviously this pass rush is just so important. I mean, I think.
But from a fantasy perspective, DJ Moore on the Raiders, what does that do for you?
Nothing.
Mendoza throwing in the ball.
I mean, he still wouldn't even be the top target on the team. It would be Brock Bowers.
Does it bolster how high you draft Mendoza, I guess is the question.
I don't know if I'm drafting Mendoza.
I'm drafting Mendoza.
Really?
We'll talk about it in our draft video. A couple weeks from now.
Would you rather have him or Kyler Murray?
Amen. I think you know the answer to that.
Oh, my.
I think you know. I think you know.
Yeah.
I'm taking him over CJ Stroud, too.
I will say the one thing that's interesting money-wise. So in this ESPN article, it says that the deal he signed, it was an extension, does not have a signing bonus, so the Raiders would only be on the hook for $5.1 million in dead cap if they traded him.
Yeah.
His new team would be on the hook for $60.6 million between this year and next.
Yep.
With an option to pay additional non-guaranteed money the 2 years after.
NFC North gets real scary if that happens.
Yeah, I just...
Micah Parsons and Max Crosby, guys you have to play twice a year.
Yeah, I think, too. I guess another thing I'll say, too. So this is a 2026 first-round pick. So this will be this year's draft.
Yep.
And I don't know exactly where the Bears are, but they obviously may. I mean, they went far in the playoffs. So that's a late first-round pick.
Yep.
So one late first round pick.
Yeah,
and
if this materialized, it'd be more. Once again, from the fantasy side of things.
All I'll say, if the Lions were offered this and Jameson Williams, if we had to trade our first round pick and Jameson Williams, and I like JMO, I'm ship him to LA.
Really?
Or LV, excuse me. Raiders been a lot of places. And
Yeah. Can we skip to the Bills trade?
Yeah.
I don't care talking about the league.
Yeah, the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns.
All right, and this Bill Barnwell mock-up, the Bills get wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. and a 2026 fifth-round pick. The Jags get Keon Coleman and a 2026 first-round pick. Dude, this would be electric.
It would be.
Brian Thomas on the Bills is a top 10 wide receiver. And I don't think it's particularly close.
It'd be good.
I think he's flirting with top 5 wide receiver value.
I just think the only problem is that basically, I don't know. I just think what these teams are having to give up in these hypothetical trades is just not realistic. I mean, considering the Keon Coleman situation where the owner put him on blast, basically they're just giving up one first-round pick for Brian Thomas. And like the Bears, that's a late first-round pick.
I mean, you just talked about the depth, though, of the Jags receiving room.
Yeah. But
add Keon Coleman.
I would also say they're in win now mode.
I agree.
And so I just don't see the benefit. Yeah. Let's just say the trade goes through. Yeah. Brian Thomas on the Bills. That's phenomenal. Josh Allen, Brian Thomas Jr. That would be insane.
That'd be that's must-see TV. I got 2 words for you. Thomas Allen, must-see TV.
Yeah. No, that would be very good. That would be very good. And it is weird. I mean, I know Brian Thomas dealt with a little bit of injuries. Obviously, his sophomore slump was very, very notable. But, I mean, high draft pick coming out. I mean, his rookie year, 87 receptions, nearly 1,300 receiving yards, 10 touchdowns. I mean.
Dude, he's got it like that.
So.
He's stuck in his napkin in his shirt all day.
Mobbing like that.
Like that. Yeah. I think that's all there to say. I don't care about Keon Coleman on the Jags. Great. Colts, Panthers trade?
Yeah, this one's interesting.
Panthers.
Go for it.
Panthers get wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr. and a 2026 7th-round pick. The Colts get wide receiver Xavier Legette and a 2026 5th-round pick. Have you heard that guy talk?
Xavier Legette?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Or maybe I have. Is it just like super Southern?
I'm pulling up a video. Give me your thoughts on this trade.
He just got like a draw. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to play it on the show.
Just the audio. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you had a horse racing in the Kentucky Derby, what would its name be? You got some fun name horses, right? You got a horse named Dollar Bill?
Listen. His accent is crazy. He did a full interview, and I understood about 8 words.
That's pretty good.
One more. Hold on.
Okay.
Said that he has been devoted to the second most country Panthers player. How does it feel to take over the #1
That's
that accent is crazy.
That's pretty good.
Michael Pittman on Carolina could be fun. To be honest with you, I'm more intrigued about the Xavier Legette side of this trade.
I kind of agree, just because I just think Ted McMillan is obviously got the #1 role locked up there, and I really don't think it's a high-flying, passing offense Carolina to begin with. I can't say I'm necessarily excited on either side. I mean, Xavier Legette couldn't do much. With Carolina.
Yeah.
Let's pull up his numbers here.
His accent's better than his numbers. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But the potential's there, and he's a young guy, and that's why I'd be excited for the Colts half of this trade. We obviously saw what the offense was in the first half of the year. I think there's enough, there's enough food to go around. There's not too many mouths in that offense, and I think Xavier could do something.
Yeah. Last year only put up 363 receiving yards across 15 games. Didn't even start all of them. So, yeah, sometimes maybe you just need a fresh start. I forgot that he was technically a first-round pick, 32nd overall, very, very end of the first round.
I was just going to suggest, can we skip the next 2? They're backup quarterback career trades. Can we go right to the
You're the one hyping up Quinn Ewers
Can we
and
go?
Zach Wilson
Can we go
earlier
Eagles
in the
Broncos?
show.
Or can we go? Yeah, Eagles Broncos trade.
You wouldn't want to talk about them. We got to talk about the Mac Jones
Why?
because we saw how good he looked filling in for
All
Brock
right,
Purdy.
all right. Vikings get Mac Jones and a 2027 third-round pick. 49ers get 2026 second-round pick, 2027 fifth-round pick conditional, and 2028 third-round pick conditional.
Now, I like this. Create some controversy between Mac Jones and J.J. McCarthy.
They won't do that to JJ. As much as I think JJ's not an NFL quarterback, you're not going to bring in a guy who just had a good year playing out as the backup when you're going to destroy the confidence of your rookie. They're just not going to do anything like this. I think this is a highly unrealistic trade.
To me, it already is.
And I'll eat some crow. If something like this happens, I'll eat some crow.
Problem is he's just so bad.
Bad.
They can't afford what. This isn't 1995. They're not going to give him 3-4 years. He needs to perform now, and we saw Mac Jones do it now.
I don't know, dude. I just don't see a trade like this happening. I think you're going to shake the confidence. I think that's why you need to draft quarterbacks and let them sit for a while.
Yeah.
Go to the Packers School of Quarterback Development.
I mean, I think it'd be an upgrade.
Oh, 100% it'd be an upgrade.
Then why would you not do it?
Because you're going to destroy it. Because
Why do you care? He's not the future.
I don't think the Vikings are ready to admit that he's not the future.
Mm-mm. I don't know. I mean, the Niners. Speaking of the Niners, they did it themselves pretty
Yeah.
quickly. They didn't care that Brock Purdy was Mr. or he wasn't. Or was he Mr. Irrelevant?
He was Mr.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Yeah, and they moved on from Trey Lance, who was a third overall pick in the draft. So
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. And I think Kevin.
Trey Lance was a different kind of bad, though. Can we be honest? 9 looks better than Trey Lance, and that pains me to say.
No, I will not. I'm not just gonna outright say that. I think they were both.
I would
both
outright say that.
bad.
9 had some weeks.
I don't know.
He had some weeks. He tore apart the Commanders.
I will agree with you on this second one, unless maybe we have some Tanner McKee fans in the
Great,
audience.
skipping it.
Yep.
Broncos get wide receiver A.J. Brown and a 2026 fifth-round pick. Eagles get cornerback Riley Moss and a 2026 second-round pick, 2027 fifth-round pick. A.J. Brown in the Mile High.
I like that.
Dude, I like that a lot. Talk
And
to me, Mr. McMahon.
Sean Payton having A.J. Brown, Cortland
Uh.
Sutton, R.J. Harvey, Bo Nix. That'd be dangerous. Dangerous. I think that'd be a very good trade.
I think it'd be a very good trade. If that happens, where is A.J. Brown on your wide receiver big board?
I mean, I think honestly, in terms of fantasy, I think the situation would look very similar to how it looks right now with him and Devontae Smith. I would take A.J. Brown above Cortland Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
Probably similar ADP. Maybe drop it down a little bit.
I might take him higher.
Higher. Interesting.
If the season started today and I had 2 parallel realities,
Mhm.
one where AJ's on
Wow,
the
we're talking.
Eagles,
We're getting into the multiverse
and
here.
one where AJ is on the I'm opening up an omen path to traverse between the two.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one where AJ is on Denver. I think I would rather have Denver AJ and I'm taking him higher.
Mhm.
I just think that a lot of it has to do with just moving situations. We know that his personality has clashed in the locker room and that Philly just hasn't been what they should have been and that offense wasn't good, and he obviously was not afraid to complain about it. I think that a change of scenery is just good for a guy like that. I think getting a new quarterback, new offense, Cortland Sutton, obviously very talented, and it's a situation that he's used to where he's not like a clearly dominant wide receiver one where he's got another guy that, sometimes going to take those premier routes. We're going to be drawn up plays for him.
Yeah. I think more than anything, he just needs a change of scenery.
Yeah.
I think clearly it's just not working.
Mhm.
Reading books on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Classic wide receiver shenanigans. Yeah, I
Hey,
think
why are wide receivers the diva position?
it's a good question. Calvin was never that way.
I did like Calvin.
Calvin's great.
Unfortunately, he never played for a good team.
Yeah. He made the playoffs.
Yeah. Should have came to Green Bay.
The last couple aren't fantasy relevant, but I think there's interesting trade proposals to talk about.
Hit me with the McMahon.
Ravens
trade for Kayvon Thibodeau from the
Yep.
Giants, and Giants get a 2026 4th-round pick in return. I think the article's reasoning for it makes sense.
Barnwell's a smart guy.
Yeah, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. I mean, you've already got 2 stud pass rushers there.
Yep.
And Kayvon is kind of – that's maybe the only thing I would say is maybe not smart from the Giants' perspective to do it, is that he is coming off such a rough year injury-wise, performance-wise. I almost feel like it would be smart just to hold on to him. It's kind of like what I said earlier. You can never have too much pass rush.
I agree.
See if you can, get a little bounce-back season from him, trade him at the deadline. I know NFL trade deadlines are usually kind of lackluster, but to me, a good – and I think Kayvon's a good edge rusher. So would I rather have him or a 4th-round pick? I know what I'm choosing.
4th-round pick could be anything. Could even be a boat.
Hey, you love them 4th-round picks, huh? Loves them.
I just love draft capital.
No, that's fair. That's fair. The other one, funny enough, we were talking about Kenny Clark earlier in the show. This one would have the Bengals trading for Kenny Clark and a 2027 7th-round pick, giving the Cowboys a 2026 6th-round pick. I think this one makes the most sense. We talked about Kenny Clark's potential cap numbers for the Cowboys.
Honestly, I'm surprised the Cowboys getting anything in that deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more of a – you see that sort of trade in the NBA more often, where you'll trade someone a pick to get off money, but I'm surprised the Cowboys get anything back in that trade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the cap hit's atrocious. And Kenny's a good player. I mean, he's a great nose tackle for how big he is, very mobile, high impact, but probably just not worth it at that dollar amount.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and he is getting older, but I think from the Bengals' perspective, there's clearly a lot of pressure to upgrade their defense. I definitely don't think, and I definitely don't think Kenny Clark's going to be a game changer, but he's going to be an upgrade over what they have now.
100%.
And if you can get him for that cheap,
Not a bad run stopper,
or at least cheap in terms of like draft capital.
I hope he gets cut.
I think he will.
So
like,
Packers,
we talked about the numbers.
Bring him home. Bring him home.
And then the last one, this is a very interesting trade to me. I just don't see it happening.
ESPN did just drop an article, best free agent fit. So you keep talking, and I'll see if there's anything worth looking at in here.
Okay. I just don't see this trade being realistic at all, because I don't see the Chiefs viewing themselves as in like a retool or rebuild mode. But the final proposed trade this article has Trent McDuffie and a 2026 5th-round pick going to the Rams.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs getting only one 2026 first-round pick, only one first-round pick. The reason I don't see this happening is just because of what we saw with the Sauce Gardner trade, where the Colts had to give up 2 firsts for him. I think Sauce is a little better than Trent McDuffie, but clearly there's just this out-of-nowhere cornerback demand and peak in value. Maybe it's just because obviously passing offenses are becoming more and more prevalent, so trying to shut that down. But yeah, I just don't see any team getting McDuffie for only 1 first-round pick.
Yeah.
Now for the Rams, it'd be phenomenal. I think that's really the only kind of the one rough piece on their defense that if they could shore up with one of the best corners in football, it would be fantastic on their end. And I know the Chiefs are obviously trying to get under the cap. I guess I don't know Trent McDuffie's contract off the top of my head. I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting paid a lot. But.
You tell me when you're ready to talk about fantasy football again. You tell me when you're ready to talk about offense.
Okay. Trent McDuffie, only 4 years, $13 million. Yeah, that's just a crazy trade. Let's hear what you got. I will say we've only got
like 5 minutes. I'm going to hit you lightning round. I'm only going to talk about the players that are changing teams. A lot of them are like George Pickens' best fit, Dallas Cowboys. Don't care. Boring. 1 to 10, how interested are you in these players if they end up in this team?
Sure.
Alec Pierce, Tennessee Titans.
Like a 2. I've actually interviewed the guy. Fantastic guy, but it's the Titans.
Mike Evans, Buffalo Bills. Whew!
I like them.
That's a scorcher.
I mean, Mike Evans is obviously getting older. Dealt with a lot of injuries last year, but no, I like that.
New coach Joe Brady. Out of 10, what are you giving that?
I'm going to give it a 7.
I'm giving this one an 8.
Okay.
Malik Willis, Miami Dolphins, follows Jeff Hafley from Green Bay.
I give it a 5.
That's a 6.
And I don't even know. To me, that it wouldn't matter where he goes team-wise. I just think obviously his rushing upside could be interesting for fantasy. But as we just talked about, you were literally saying you don't even want to touch the Dolphins at all. So I'm kind of surprised you're even giving that a 6.
I changed my mind.
Oh, okay.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely, Washington Commanders.
2. Do not care.
Romeo Doubs, Las Vegas Raiders.
1. Don't care.
Wow. Travis Etienne, Kansas City Chiefs.
I like that a lot. I mean, I know in past episodes we've discussed the potential of them drafting Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm. 1 to 10. I got names to get through, brother. 1 to 10.
I would give that an 8.
Wow. Juwan Jennings on the Panthers.
I would give it like a 3, 4. Well, what number are you giving for Etienne?
A lot of defense. Etienne's like a 6. I don't know.
Okay.
Chico Conquo, New England Patriots.
Give it like a 2.
Wan'Dale Robinson, New York Jets.
I'd give that a 4.
Rico Dowdle,
0.
Denver Broncos.
Oh, a 0. I give it a 1. He's gonna be the backup to
And
RJ Harvey.
There's your top 50 that are relevant. Top 50 potential moves.
Rico.
Any final thoughts for the folks at home? Clayton McMahon.
Did we not learn from Rico Dowdle
That he's great.
the flash in the pan?
My goat. Can't wait to get a Dowdle jersey in the future and talk about the guys. There's nothing guys like more than talking about old fantasy players.
Don't draft Rico Dowdle, people.
Nothing sounds better than a late Sunday
I actually didn't realize he was a free agent.
cracking a cold one with the boys.
Wow,
And talking about how good Lorenzo Neal was.
I wonder how Chuba Hubbard feels about. I just typed in Rico Hubbard.
Any final thoughts, McMahon, before we end the show?
Not really. Like I said, I'm very interested to see what free agency shapes up to be.
Combine coming up. We'll be chatting about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll eventually get into our. We've kind of teased doing like positional rankings.
Yep.
Probably wait until after free agency shakes out
Yep.
because guys like Pickens, like I said, we assume that he's going to get franchise tagged, but obviously he could go somewhere else.
It
That
might
would
do
have.
pre-draft, post-draft as well, just to see if anything shakes up. Last question to end the end.
Let's hear it.
What rookie are you excited to draft in 2026?
I mean, I think this is basic because he's definitely going to be the highest ranked rookie, but Jeremiah Love.
Yep.
It seems, I guess you never know how the draft will play out, but it seems almost guaranteed that he's going to go to either the Saints or the Chiefs. And I love both those spots. We talked last episode, I think it was, or maybe 2 episodes ago, the upside with the Chiefs Saints offense with Tyler Shuck there and then some good pieces around him. And then the Chiefs are the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to be nearly as elite as they've been the past few years prior to 2025, but it's still Andy Reid. It's still Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a good look. So I think I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. If I had to give a wide receiver, I think whoever ends up getting Jordan Tyson is going to get a good deal because when we talked about him and the other rookie wide receivers a few weeks back, he's the one dealing with injury concerns, and so I think he is going to slide in drafts. And go to a good spot. So I think Jordan Tyson's kind of somebody I'm going to keep my eyes on and see where he lands.
Fernando Mendoza. And that's all we have time for, folks.
Fernando Mendoza.
I'll see you next time.
Oh, we're not done quite yet. We need to get this Fernando. So to put it in perspective, PFF. We got. I mean, we're 53 minutes in, so we have a couple more minutes.
Oh, yeah. I figure we're just, you can always end within 10 minutes to end for the bad folks.
We could have, but we're
all
going
right.
to talk about Mendoza quick. PFF on their top 300 big board has him 152nd. To put it in perspective, that puts him ahead of Sam Darnold and behind Baker Mayfield.
Ahead of Sam Darnold, huh?
I think that's insane. Ahead of Sam Darnold.
I don't think that's insane.
Ahead of CJ Stroud.
I agree. Cosign.
I don't think that's crazy, but I wouldn't do it. Ahead of Tyler Shuck.
Yep.
I think that's.
Is it ahead of Kyler Murray?
I'm not,
Should be.
I'm not seeing Kyler here. This has been the first name I agree with ahead of Bryce Young. I would take Mendoza over Bryce Young.
Let me look at
Daniel Jones, Jacoby Brissett.
Let me look at last year's QB rankings for
Michael
fantasy.
Penix, Shedeur Sanders, Malik Willis, Kyler Murray.
All right, hold on. Fantasy Bros 2026 rankings for quarterbacks. I am taking Mendoza above Baker Mayfield. Wow. I've got him as, I'm going to tentatively say I would take him as QB 17.
Okay.
Above Jared Goff.
No, okay, that's crazy.
Above Baker Mayfield, above Shuck, above Stroud, above Willis.
Above Jared Goff is wild.
Dude, it's not that
And
crazy.
I know I'm a Lions fan, obviously, but
It's not that crazy.
He just threw for 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, and only 8 picks.
Wait to see what my boy Mendoza does. And I'm not even an IU fan.
Yeah, that's wild.
I just raised Catholic.
Okay, I think that is all the time we have today, folks. Ethan Dahlen, I realize I didn't even say our names off the top. Wiz Ethan Dahlen, Wayne 15 extraordinaire.
All right.
About to annihilate some city council coverage tonight.
And watch the Black History Month special. We're about to record that as well. Mia, Pettigrew, and I. So that's Saturday at 7 if you're watching this the week it dropped and not another time.
Mm-hmm, yes, and that genuinely should be on Wayne 15 Plus.
Also just on TV.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
It'll be everywhere on our platform.
Mhm.
So thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of First and 15, episode 28. Like we said, off-season, some off-season. We're going to keep on rolling. This ain't
Scout
stopping.
salute. I realized
so.
I did that earlier. That's not a military salute. Not trying to ruffle any feathers. Boy Scout salute right there with the 3.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time.
This is First and 15 on Wayne 15 Plus.